Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I was at Canada's Wonderland on Saturday, September 14th, 2024, and I want to share my experience. This is my Canada's Wonderland trip report. The first and largest chunk of this video will be going over the coasters I rode, so let's start with Backlot Stunt Coaster. Backlot Stunt Coaster is a decent ride here. It's a good ride, but not as good as the one at Kings Island and Kings Dominion. The theming wasn't working. There was no fire, and the sign on the front of the ride was gone. Still a great ride, but it should either be rethemed or upgraded. You can't go wrong with this family coaster, though. I got one ride on this thing. Behemoth is a very solid ride. It is long and has a great first drop. The wind was very chilling on this ride, and it was enjoyable to be on. This ride reminds me a lot of Diamondback. The airtime in this thing is very good. There's some decent floater here. The ride's length is great, and overall this is a solid ride. Definitely an above average hyper coaster from the ones I've rode. The end is a bit disappointing, but still good. And I got 2 rides on this, and it was very good overall. A very complete coaster. Leviathan is a great ride. The speed on this thing is just insane. The first drop is fantastic. All of the turns are great and fast-paced, and the airtime was better than what I was expecting. The length is a bit short, but I don't feel I want more on this ride. The sense of speed is also what I kept coming back for. It is just so insanely good I can't describe it. Leviathan is just such a good giga coaster. I rode this thing at night once, and it was insanely good, for sure. Going in that tunnel during the night is chaotic, but very enjoyable and fun. I got 2 rides on this thing, and I loved it so much. Will definitely be on the list of the best coasters I've ridden. Don't make fun of me, but I also rode Thunder Run. This is a powered coaster, and is a cool experience. Going inside the mountain in the AC is very nice, and especially on a hot day, it is refreshing. The ride goes around its course twice, and it is just a great family coaster. I just want to say one more time how cool that mountain portion is. It's very good. I only rode this once, but I really enjoyed this ride. Shout out to it. It does not get enough love. Vortex is a very solid aero suspended coaster. This feels like a longer ride than the Bat, but is less intense. I did like the swinging, and this is a very good high-thrill family coaster. The drop off of the mountain is also great. It will be even better next year whenever Alpine Fury comes to the park. All of the rides that interact with the mountain in general are cool. Sadly, we chose to ride this over Wonder Mountain's Guardian since we had limited time to get in re-rides on my favorites. But this is still great, with great swinging, even though we only rode it once. The last coaster we rode was Ukon Striker, and I want to be completely honest, I was not a huge fan of this thing. I mean, it's a dive coaster, which means it's still good, but it didn't impress me at all. The ride was just a section or two that was really forceful, and then it would be followed by a large, forceless part. It just felt underwhelming for its size. I mean, the first drop and the drop off the mid-course is good, but the ride just was not very impressive. For example, the vertical loop is very forceful, but then there's a part of the ride that's really nothing. I just wish it was more consistent. Don't get me wrong, it's still good, but Valraven is still better in my opinion. I only rode this sucker once. I rode one flat ride, and that was Windseeker. It is okay. Nice ride for the view. And on this ride and some of the other rides, you could see downtown Toronto, which is neat. We also ate at a few places, like the Lazy Bear Lodge, Coaster's Diner, and Pizza Pizza. The Lazy Bear Lodge was very good. The other places were standard amusement park food. It's damn solid for an amusement park though. It's a solid standard that Cedar Fair holds their park to. That's why I love Cedar Fair though. Overall, this is a great amusement park. The setting with the mountain is amazing. The water in the mountain, like in front of it, also looks so refreshing. I wanted to hop in. My only nitpick is that they could smoother wooden coasters. That's why I didn't want to ride them. Maybe RMC one of them too. But I think Alpine Fury will do wonders for their coaster collection. This is overall a good park that I definitely want to go back to in the future. I will say one more thing, and that is everyone was friendly. As someone from the United States, Canada is a fun country to be in, and part of that is the people. Everyone was very welcoming and kind to me and my family. I thought this was overall a great park. Well, that's my experience from Canada's Wonderland. I really enjoyed my time here. I'm going to Carowinds very soon, so expect a video from there in the future. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.